Hi, everyone. Welcome to the law. I'm Lynnore Seaton. I'm an attorney in private practice in York County. Today, I'd like to take a few minutes just to talk to you about the importance of networking. So, obviously, the state of Pennsylvania is big geographically, and there's a lot of different areas of law you could choose to practice in. And there's a lot of different professions that you can choose, from being in a solo firm to big law or even working for government. But I think you'll find that one thing is true for all of the geographical regions and different areas of law, is that it's not just about what you know, but it's also about who you know. So today I want to talk about some of the reasons why I think networking is so important. The first is referrals. You'll find out that once people find out that you're an attorney, they'll think you know everything about every area of law. And obviously, we know that's not true. So what's important is to not know every area of law, but to know the other people who do know those other areas of law. So that's where the networking will really help you out, because you'll have somebody come to you. For example, I do family law. People come to me with an employment law question, and obviously I'm not qualified to answer that, but I do know other employment attorneys in the state, so I can direct them to other employment attorneys to ask their question. And also, by being a part of the family law section, I've met attorneys, family law attorneys in Pittsburgh or in Philadelphia. And if I have somebody come to me and they ask a question about what's going, they need help with a divorce case in Philadelphia, I know the people that I can refer them to. And then, of course, it works both ways. So once you're networking, the referrals can refer business to you. So again, the example of being a part of the family law section, if there's an attorney in Philadelphia and they find out that somebody needs an attorney in York County, they know me, they can trust me because we know each other, and I get referrals in that way. Another one of the advantages of networking is being able to share information. You'll find out that there's lots of listservs which allow you to share information, but there's nothing better than being able to pick up the phone or send an email to somebody you met before and being able to ask them some questions. Another great resource for this is, for example, in the central Pennsylvania area, there's York County, Lancaster County, Dauphin, Cumberland, a lot of different counties, and we don't always know exactly what local practices are or who the judges are. So it's great to be able to pick up that phone with an attorney I've met before from Cumberland County, for example, and be able to ask them, some questions about the local practices. So another great benefit of networking is sort of what I would call the wellness factor. There's mentorship available. So particularly as a newer attorney, it's great to meet other attorneys who, even though it's not maybe a formal mentorship program, they'll help you out in any way that they possibly can. And then additionally, it's just wonderful to be able to have a group of peers, friends, support system that you can talk to. Particularly, again, going back to that family law example, we can kind of vent about some of the issues that we're having with each other. And it's all because I've met these other attorneys at different functions and became involved. And then finally, and perhaps one of the most obvious, is that it could open up career opportunities. Even when you're completely happy where you are, it never hurts to have different connections, whether that person might be able to help you with working within their practice, or they know other people. So overall, I think you see the advantages of networking. So I guess the next question might be, how can you do that? And obviously, the PBA offers so many opportunities for this. You can join certain committees and sections, but don't just join, also become involved. You'll get emails about meetings. You'll want to attend those meetings, whether they're online, but particularly if they go in person. The family law section, for example, has semi-annual meetings where they are in person and you meet a variety of attorneys and judges throughout the state at these meetings. And that's the greatest opportunity to network. The solo and small firm conferences are also a great way to meet other attorneys that may not necessarily be in the same practice as you. So you would be able to meet employment attorneys, for example, and know who you can refer to in a different area of law. So overall, I hope you see that networking is a great way to meet a lot of attorneys. It's not just about working the room, it's about getting to know them personally, having great conversations, and then you can experience all the benefits.